Identity Reveal, a Marvel fanfiction written by emilyweaslette on AO3. So, you're coming to my house tonight, right? Ned asked. For the movie night? Of course, Peter nodded, shutting his locker. I'm gonna go to the loud, Mr. Stark. Tony, and then he'll drop me off at your house at around 6. Aunt May had died of a stroke 7 months ago, and Tony had immediately taken Peter in. 2 months later, Tony and Pepper had gotten married and officially adopted the 16-year-old, Peter, who was still adjusting to his new arrangements. Great, Ned said. I got the Lego at set, so I was thinking we can work on that while we watch. And Mom said she'll make us snacks. Awesome, dude, Peter exclaimed. Hey, so I was thinking. Peter's voice got cut off as he opened the front door of the school, was immediately assaulted by an onslaught of sound and light. At least 7 news vans were packed outside, and the moment Peter stepped out, cameras began flashing, and dozens of reporters surged forward, shouting, Peter, what's it like to live with Tony Stark? Do you live with the Avengers? How do you balance being a high school student and being Spider-Man? Peter, come inside. Principal Ortia's voice echoed down the hallway from behind him and Ned as he fought his way through the sea of students attempting to reach Peter. Peter complied, looking shell-shocked. What's going on? He asked, when Principal Mortita was in earshot. I think I need to see this. Principal Mortita ushered Peter and Ned into his office. He turned on the television, displaying the news. Earlier today, we received words that Spider-Man's identity has been revealed by a source within Stark Industries who wishes to remain nameless. A 16-year-old Midtown Tech student named Peter Parker has been revealed as Spider-Man, as well as the recently adopted son of the billionaire Tony Stark, who doubles as Iron Man. Neither had made any comments yet. Principal Morita turned the television off, and Peter continued to stare at it, shock and horror coursing through him. How did they find out? He said. As if on cue, Peter's phone rang. He glanced at the screen and showed it was Tony. Mr. Stark? Peter croaked, reverting to his formal name in his panic. Kid, Tony's voice answered. Listen, we've got a situation. I know. I'm in Principal Mortita's office. Mr. Stark, Tony, there's a ton of reporters here. Shit, Tony muttered. All right, kid, I'm on my way. Can you hang tight for me for like 10 minutes? No, Peter gasped. Then he cleared his throat. Mr. Stark, Iron Man showing up here is only going to make it worse. Is Happy here? Yes, Tony hesitated. All right, Pete. Happy is just on the other side of the news vans or whatever. He's trying to get up to the door, but he can't get through all the reporters. I need you to listen to me and do exactly as I say, all right? Okay, Peter said weakly. Don't talk to any of them. Keep your head held high, but don't say a single word. Have Ned wait in the principal's office until his parents or someone can get there, all right? Tell him to call his mom or somebody. We don't want any of those vultures going after him too. Keep an eye on the line the entire time, okay? Don't talk to me until you're in the car. Just don't hang up. Got it? Yeah, Peter agreed. Mr. Stark, how could they have found out? I don't know, kid, Tony said bitterly. Somebody who works here must have found out and decided it'd be a good idea to tell the press, I guess. Don't worry. We're working on figuring out who it was and they'll be fired. I'll personally make sure they can never hold another job. Messing with a kid's life like this. Tony trailed off, and Peter could only imagine him shaking his head. Are you ready to head out? Yeah, Peter muttered. Hold on. I'm going to tell Ned what's going on. He sat on the phone, looking at Ned. I'm leaving, he began. Happy's out there. He just can't get through all the people. Mr. Stark told me to tell you to call your mom or someone. Just hang tight in here until they can come get you. He doesn't want people bothering you too. Okay, Ned said weakly. Are you going to be alright? Peter shrugged. No idea, he answered truthfully. Mr. Stark said he's working on figuring out who told them. We'll figure it out. Okay, Ned nodded. I guess movie night's off then. What? Peter looked at him incredulously. No way. Maybe we'll have Happy come get you at 6. Instead of dropping me off, we can have movie night in the tower. That would be so cool. Ned looked excited. Can I really come to Avengers Tower? Before Peter could answer, the door to the office opened, and Happy entered, looking slightly out of breath. Happy! Peter exclaimed, picking up the phone again. Mr. Stark, Happy just got here. Apparently he got through all the reporters. Good, Tony sounded relieved. Tell him to not let any of them come near you. I wasn't planning on it, Happy said. I think he can hear you, Peter said through into the phone. You've got the volume up pretty high, kid, Happy sighed. Come on, let's go face the crowd. Don't say anything to them, okay? I know. Mr. Stark already gave me the rundown, Peter explained. Let's go, okay? Peter said a goodbye to Ned, thanked Principal Mortita, and left the office, Happy close behind him. Taking a deep breath, he opened the doors again, wincing as the lights and sounds assaulted his enhanced senses. As soon as his eyes adjusted, he noticed his classmates were walking right past the reporters without saying a thing to them. "You've got to give them some credit," he thought, surprised. He thought they would jump on the chance to be in the news, especially Flash and his group of bullies. To his even greater surprise, Flash was standing there by the door, apparently waiting for him. As he started forward, Peter took a weary step back. "Listen, Parker," Flash started slowly. I don't know, sorry, and thanks. You could have taken me down any time you wanted, but you apparently didn't. And you didn't send Iron Man after me. So, I guess, thanks, and I'm sorry." Flash hesitated, then held out his hand. Peter took it slowly and shook hands. Flash stood there awkwardly for a moment before turning and hurrying away. "Who was that?" Happy asked. "Just a kid in my class," Peter said. "Let's go." He led us away through the sea of reporters, doing as Tony had said, keeping his head high, but refusing to make eye contact with any of the reporters. As soon as he and Happy made it to the car, Peter let out a breath that he hadn't been aware he was holding. "Let's get you home, kid," Happy said, starting the car. Both Happy and Peter had never been so thankful for tinted windows.